Describe your elaborate plan to take over the world. So my star is a little bit similar to Ben's, where what you need to have money, and tech's a good place to do it. So the tech that I think would be the one that's most effective, they're just getting some prototypes out for it now, which is wireless charging. And not the shit wireless charging where you put your phone on like a circle and they're like, this is so much more convenient than plugging it in. I still don't get that, why people do that.
I don't either. It doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever.
What they are doing now is they have demonstrated and they've had prototypes for actual wireless charging where you can move around a room and a radio frequency radiation, like what's in like a Wi-Fi signal, will actually trigger your battery to charge itself very slowly. But the tech does already exist like in its very non-marketable basic form where you have basically just like radio frequency radiation hitting your phone to charge it. And so really the trick here is bringing this technology not just to everybody's home, but just to do it via satellite, where you can charge people's phones from space. And if you can invent this, nobody's going to say no. If I could walk down the sidewalk and have my phone charging all the time, that would be fucking amazing. So that is the main setup. So you invent the satellites to do this. And it is possible. It is possible because radio frequency radiation is just, a type of radiation. So, basically it starts off as like cell signals, Wi-Fi, all uses the same things. And they'll have actual, like the big towers that are used for like more industrial or data transfer. They have a range of about 40-ish miles. And the International Space Station, for example, is 240 miles from the surface of the Earth. But like with some technological improvements and a bit of beef on those bad boys, I think it's in the same order of magnitude that you'd be able to, manage to do it. But here's kind of where you turn the page, because now you have your satellites out there. And like I said, it's in Wi-Fi and cell signals. But another common item that uses radio frequency radiation is a microwave, which is just using, more powerful frequencies. So if you are able to increase the power of your satellites to that by just changing a setting, you've basically just invented a space laser. And they're already distributed around the planet with nobody the wiser. And when I was researching these, I was at the FCC's RF radiation page with their, health and safety fact. And so my favorite quote here is, 2 areas of the body, the eyes and the testes, are particularly vulnerable to RF heating because of the relative lack of available blood flow to dissipate the excess heat load.
Oh, no.
So it is not an exaggeration to say you literally have the world by the balls. So obviously there's establishing your control once you do this is once you're obviously already very rich, and you have a very strong standing threat to literally anybody who's like outside or like in the top floor of a building. And there's a couple it's kind of the end of the plan, but there's a couple bonuses I realize you have with this setup. You can pretty effectively control communications between people by, just frying their phone when they're talking about something inconvenient. Or you can control what news gets out by frying the computers and servers that are broadcasting the news that you don't like. So you can go very totalitarian and Big Brother-esque and control everything that way. And then if people people can't get the lasers out of space because either you have to launch a missile or you have to send something up into space. And
you can just shoot it
last
down.
time I checked, space launches are pretty sensitive procedures that don't really benefit from getting microwaved from space. So really, I'm just trying to find any flaw in this plan of that where you don't take over the world.
I mean, the flaw in the plan is that Elon Musk has been setting up his tunnels this whole time, and he's going to hide everyone and be our savior. And then Elon Musk controls the world. You've played right into Elon Musk's hands.
And then I'm going to divide your Elon Muskians with my Yanny versus Laurel.
Yeah, you're going to make our two...
It's pronounced musketeers, I will have you know.
But they're actually saying muscalorals.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I really don't have much more to say because this plan just ended up being very, very good and not requiring a whole lot of extra shit to go right to get it working.
I mean, giant space laser is a pretty solid plan.
I mean, it's time. It's proven by. Wasn't that the plot of? Well, not entirely the plot, but part of the plot of Austin Powers. Didn't he have a space laser?
Yeah, but he did a bad job.
Well, yeah, you would be better.
He needed the moon or something to make it work. I forget.
Related. Yeah.
Was that? I don't know. What was the plot of Moonraker? The Bond movie.
Moonraker.
I imagine it had something to do with lasers in space.
I feel like I know there were lasers in space, but I can't remember if it was a space laser per se.
Was there just like a lot of leaves on the moon that they wanted to rake away? Were they trying to clean it up?
Yeah, that's it.
Was
It's not autumn very often in the moon, but when it is, it's a mess.
Was the GoldenEye system a space laser? It was a space-based weapon. I can't remember what it actually did.
Golden. Oh, I don't remember.
I know
Something to do with space.
it was a weapon on a satellite, but I don't think it was actually a laser.
Probably in one of the Bond movies there's a space laser.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's a pretty safe bet.
So, I mean, if James Bond villain does it, there's no real James Bond to stop me. So,
Elon Musk.
I mean, copyright though. They'll get you with
yeah.
lawyers.
no, they're gonna get the guy pretending to be James Bond.
Ah.
Ah.